And welcome back, everybody.
Yeah.
You are tuned into the Bsidesports show. Today is episode 22.
22.
Yes.
Already.
Yes.
Nice.
Legal. We're getting up there.
That's an Emmett Smith
Awesome.
number.
We're over the top.
One of my favorite numbers.
22.
I heard it at 24, at 25, it's a silver anniversary.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. We'll have our silver anniversation show.
Yes.
Oh,
What do we
awesome.
do? We
Uh,
all dressed up like robots.
We'll have
We're all
silver
in
hair.
silver.
Nickel plated.
Silver
Nice.
hair and everything.
So you guys are tuning in to listen to B-Side Sports Show. And, of course, I am your host, Ralph Figueroa. And so we got the team assembled today. Going to be talking about some sports, guys. Are you guys ready to talk about some sports?
Sports.
All the time.
So, of course, you guys can find us on B-Side Sports Show on all our social media at bsideshow.net. So we got on YouTube now. So
Yes.
we got it going on. Introduce the boys right now. Eric J. What's up, brother?
What up, Yo, I'm Eric J., and I am the co-founder of the Cosby Home Shingle and Tile Company.
Oh.
Yes, our slogan is, we're in the roofing business.
Comes with a complimentary roofie colada.
For your pleasure.
Awesome.
If you're fancier, it's a roofie teeny.
Bring, bring your own bathrobe.
And your own pudding pops. Whoa.
Hey,
Whoa.
Where do you stick those? Hey, actually, you know what, dude? I actually ran into our old friend Wolfgang Puck again.
Oh, did you?
Yes, I ran into him, and actually, he said to me, "Oh, Val, it's you again. You're just a little cute TDF." And I was like, "What the hell's a TDF? It's a turd that don't flush.
Oh.
You keep coming back all the time."
Oh.
Le petit toit.
Le petit doigt.
Right now, your attitude is like a le petit toit.
Yes, a little bit.
Big
He
ups
keeps
to
it on-
Wolfgang.
Yeah, he keeps it on the strength.
I'd rather listen to Wolfgang Amadeus. How about that?
Wolfgang Van Halen.
Eddie Wolfgang Munster.
Oh!
That's pretty good.
Speaking of our little monster,
Yeah,
we
not the
got
cheese.
Shaye Whitey.
Hey,
What's up,
where's
guys?
our-
What's up, man? How you
What's
doing?
up, guys? Welcome back to the B-Side Sports Show. I'm glad to be back again.
I'm glad to be here with
Yeah,
you
I'm
too.
glad to be here on 130 Shoppers Lane at the B-Side Shop. That's where we record out of. So
Yeah.
it's always, it's like my second home here.
You got
Where-
I've said
swagger
that
today.
before.
The home of where
Yeah.
pants are optional. Everybody.
Yeah.
So just in
You
case.
can't see Shaye behind that speaker
Yeah, man.
box.
That's why I love this setup. We got the laptop.
He's
we
like
got all
Ron
the-
Burgundy.
Except he wears no underwear either.
And his mustache is less noticeable.
I know, right? So what's been up with you, man?
Oh man, nothing. Just busy here doing. We actually had kind of a quiet weekend where I didn't really go to any events. It was kind of more just chilled out and kind of recovered from the week. But we had Relevance this past Thursday that we do on the B-Side channel
Oh,
with
right.
Crazy Race and
Crazy Race.
and that was fun. We always have a good time doing that show.
Well,
so-
Crazy Race already sounds awesome anyways.
Yeah,
It's like, I wanna be in a Crazy Race.
MVP and all
Things
that.
up to him.
Depends on how many white people come.
Yeah, man.
Then it's a crazy race.
And we're just also busy working on some new promo that we got some street flyers. We're going to be flooding the streets to let everybody know about what we have on the B-Side channel and the B-Side shop and stuff like that. So it's going to be good.
Nice.
We got website coming soon. Everything's going to be all vamped up. So we're excited.
Nice.
Very cool.
Yeah.
What a hustler you
Yeah.
are.
Very cool.
Big ups to Drakk, man, and,
I know,
and my
right?
brother Rabbit. That's what's up.
Nice.
How you doing, Ralph? Busy week too. huh?
Yeah, man, it was crazy this week, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm a little bit exhausted, but
Really?
I mean, it's always a good thing though,
Your
so.
bags are made out of alligator.
Well, I mean, the other day we had a writing session, which was pretty cool, right?
All right, that was
So
cool.
so Eric and I we met up. That was Wednesday. So we started doing the video promo with the GIs of Comedy because we announced that we made it official that we're gonna be going on tour to Japan and Korea later this year. So
To where?
to a Japan. With the Kyrie Irving.
He's all over
So-
the Orient.
I know, right?
Totally.
He's so oriental. So that was pretty awesome. It was great news. And then so we did a promo video shoot. Tom kind of acts like like he's destroying the city, and it's a pretty funny thing. So armedforcesentertainment.com will have all the tour dates and stuff like that. So
Looks dope.
but Thursday I was at the Ventura Harbor Comedy Club. Out in Ventura, obviously, in the harbor. Hey, it's exactly where they said it was
I
going to
thought
be.
it was at Jesse Ventura's house.
So it was really cool, man.
Nice.
Really quick shout out to Katrina from Live 105.5, and then Rico and Mambo from Q1047. There's an AM station. I'll find my notes right now. That this dude named Perry and all these other guys, man. They had me do morning promo to promote the show. Man, it was so much fun. I had such a blast out there. So a lot of people came out on Thursday night. It was a packed house. Great comics that were sharing the stage, and
That's dope.
we had a really good time. So the owners were pretty happy. So I had to come all the way back home the next, that night. I
Right.
got home pretty late. Got to sleep in a little bit, and then it was Friday. We had Ralph Figueroa and friends at the stage 2 at the Ice House. And of course, it was sold out
Sold
again,
out.
dude.
That's
Yeah,
what's up.
because we're getting mad love from our people, dude. Like we like our fan base that comes out and supports, man. Shout out to them, dude, because they make my job that much easier. You know what I mean?
They're like the believers.
the believers.
The believers.
Yeah, the believers.
What are they with Figueroa then?
Figueroa.
The Figueroas.
Figueroas.
Let's big out.
The Figueroas.
So
Figure rioters.
Yeah, there we go.
I know, right? There you go. The figure rioters. That's what we're gonna call
That's what we call it.
the fans.
Yeah,
So,
good shit
so
there.
it was awesome. So it was pretty packed out, and then the owner was there. Carlos Mencia was next door in the main room.
Oh.
Really cool cat. Got a chance to talk to him for a little bit. Then Saturday night, which was yesterday, I was at the Rustic Tavern for comedy night, and
yeah.
boom, that place was just crazy,
Oh, was it
dude.
packed up there?
Crazy,
You
just
sh-
completely
you
sold
should
out.
have done it outside again.
We should. It's not big enough, It's
Yeah.
we're getting to the point where we gotta knock down the walls. Like, come
There we
on,
go.
From the windows.
come on, Gil.
windows
Let's
to the wall.
I know, right? So it was such an awesome time. The comics were doing good, and so like I said, things are going really well. Like I said, a lot of traveling, which is, like I said, it's a good thing. So we're out there, and Sunday comes around, and now we get to hang out with you fools.
Yeah.
You're on a good grind, though,
And,
right?
I
I know.
apologize for that.
Oh
No,
yeah,
I'm
I know.
just
and we get to talk about sports and catch up
Yeah, that's
because
what's
a lot of things kind of went down this week.
kidding.
Some
Yeah.
fighting.
A lot of people went down yesterday. As a
Oh,
matter
yeah.
of fact.
Oh,
yeah,
And,
I
and
saw
very
that too.
quickly, by the way. So
Don't talk about my love life like that.
So we've got, of course, you guys
Bush?
are tuning in. Yes, of course we do. We've got a great show lined up. We're going to do some trending hot topics, athlete birthdays, a little bit of who's in trouble. I know there's a few financially that are in trouble. I can tell you that. This week in sports history, where are they now? We're going to do a special segment in memoriam to a big, person for some of the guys here. Okay, all of us, whatever. We got a little segment. We're going to call it a letter to Piper, and then don't get your minds out of the gutters. Not that kind of Piper.
Oh.
Okay.
Don't call the plumber just yet.
Don't bring the snake. Wait.
Piper, not Piper.
The Jake the Snake Roberts? No, not that snake.
He keeps it in a sack.
Pliskin? No, not Pliskin either. So, and then we'll do our shout out. So, if you guys are ready to talk some sports, you guys ready for this?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, let's
ready.
go ahead and do
Uh-oh.
that. So we got Drakk spelling in the back. Go ahead, hit it, Mr. Drakk.
Hot and so hot and hurt. So hot and
What if he's really saying, so hot it hurts?
So
It might be.
It might be. It's
If it's so hot, sometimes your thighs rub together and it hurts.
Maybe he shouldn't eat at Sizzler.
Thank goodness for Preparation 8.
He tried to spice up his love life and brought a jalapeno into his love life. That's not that kind of spice.
Put a
there,
little
sir.
malt on our love life.
I know. Relax. So, trending hot topics. Great news over in the basketball world. The Sacramento Kings announced Hall of Famer Nancy Lieberman as one of their new assistants for their team.
Oh, yeah,
So-
that's right.
She often
Yeah.
gets brought up on the B-side
Yeah,
sports show.
she was in the trivia section.
Well, she's,
Yeah.
gonna be bringing more stuff
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
All right.
Right.
I remember she
Hopefully
used to
some
be-
layups for
Yeah,
them 'cause
yeah.
they suck, dude. She's honestly one of the greatest women's basketball
Yes.
player in history.
Yeah.
So that congratulations to
Yeah,
her.
that's
And
pretty cool.
the NBA is taking a step up in with having these
with women.
female. Yeah, absolutely.
that's
Be- well, the other one is proving it.
Becky
The-
Hammond.
Yeah,
right?
Becky Hammond.
yeah.
Yeah, she's hamming it up.
I remember Nancy Lieberman used to be.
In the locker, she's hamming eggs.
Now I'm getting really hungry.
Yeah, Nancy Lieberman used to be Nancy Lieberman Klein back in the day, but I think she must have declined Klein. because
Wow.
now she's just Lieberman.
She's on a downward spiral.
It said negative Klein, so she just dropped it. So
It was poor Kevin Klein.
I know. The NBA put on a show in its first exhibition game in Africa. I don't know if you guys got a chance. That crowd was loud right from the tip-off. I mean, and it got even louder after African NBA legends Hakeem Olajuwon. The dream was there. It's
It
a
was-
dream come true. And Dikembe Mutombo.
What's his middle name again?
I might have cursed them out right now. Sorry
sorry
to
about
Kim.
that.
How did they dunk with sandals?
But it was crazy because they had like these business suits on, and when they took them off, they had their old like throwback jerseys and stuff.
Nice.
That was really
Oh,
cool.
yeah, that was
Elijah
cool.
one still had moves, man.
Yeah.
Still had moves.
Yeah.
The team world rallied at the end with a 14-0 run in the fourth quarter to beat Luol Deng's home team, Africa, 101-97.
Was
So,
Kevin Bacon playing?
He was sizzling hot over in Africa.
the air up there.
Not Woody Harrelson, because white man can't jump. In baseball news, the Texas Rangers finally they picked up Philadelphia Phillies left-hander and the ace, Cole Hamels.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's where he went?
Yeah, he went to the Texas Rangers. Hamels, who threw a no-hitter in his final start with the Philadelphia Phillies, had his Texas debut spoiled by the San Francisco Giants in extra innings. So that kind of sucks.
Man, that sucks.
Yeah,
They
he was,
were
he was throwing so well. He had a 3-0 lead and just threw one pitch and boom, now they're tied and gave it up. So
How can they do that?
I wish that would have been like my prom. So
In Frisco?
yes. The Norfolk Tides, a AAA affiliate with the Baltimore Orioles, will be wearing SpongeBob SquarePants uniforms
What?
during their game on August 7th. Not only that, but SpongeBob and Patrick will be at the stadium.
Is this in honor of Refrigerator Perry?
So there's a pineapple undersea somewhere in his house.
Oh, man.
Definitely. You know what? Jock Peterson was a little upset. I don't know if you guys heard. A little upset with Taylor Swift
Huh?
because she didn't invite him to her concert to share the stage with him. Or her, I should say.
man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Why'd
What?
you want to do that, man?
Yeah,
It's like, you know what? Jock Peterson, you just struck out on
yeah,
that one.
Yeah, it's like asking her to be on the her asking to be on the field with him or something.
It's
Well,
because he wanted her on his
to
jock.
to do what?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it depends on what. Yeah.
What kind of field are we talking about?
Of dream.
Are we talking about her infield?
Yeah,
well,
probably.
maybe.
Yeah, that one,
If
yeah.
there's grass on it, then there's ball playing.
That's funny. If not, play in the mud. Anywho, in
Head
boxing,
first, sliding.
in boxing news, the hotly rumored, much anticipated fight between Miguel Cotto and Saul Canelo Alvarez
Yes.
is moving closer to become a reality. Alvarez versus Cotto isn't quite done, but it's expected to happen on November 21st at the Mandalay Bay in Vegas.
Wow.
That's actually a fight I'm really.
I was just
really
talking
looking
about
forward
that
to.
Should be
earlier.
good, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's because they're both kind of like on that same. Even though Cota's a little bit older,
Right.
but it's just his conditioning
And
and
he still throws them. He still throws them up.
yeah,
Yeah.
and that's the thing. Like he's been solid in the last few fights. So him and Canelo, they're gonna really mix it up, dude.
Yeah,
You know.
I like him. You know who?
Café con canela, vámonos, papi.
Café con leche. You
Pero
know-
póngale canela, baby.
Cotto reminds me of how Jesse James Leija was. Remember?
yeah,
You know, towards
yeah.
that end, he was still
Oh, yeah, I
slugging them
remember.
up.
Yeah.
But he was like, he still always
Getting
had
up
a
there in age,
potential
but-
chance to
Yeah,
do it.
absolutely. So-
Shouts out to them at the retirement home.
They're punching a different thing, a clock these days. And speaking of hitting a clock, the MMA hit the clock stop at 34 seconds yesterday. Oh.
man.
After all the comments that were made about her family, Ronda Rousey got off to a quick start and knocked out home crowd favorite. How do you say her name? Is it Beth?
Correa? Well, they were saying it
Correa?
different.
They said
that's what,
Correa?
yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, I thought it was Correa
La
at first, but
Korea, like South, North.
Cogea. Se la cogieron. That's what they did.
Yeah.
Queso cotija.
Cotija.
it was cool.
She got knocked the out.
Oh, dude.
No.
Yes.
Hey, I saw that fight. That was
Oh.
man, that was, and plus she was in her home country of Brazil, so Ronda Rousey was getting booed when she came
Oh
in.
yeah,
but by the time
she was
left,
talking, she was talking nonsense.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
Little crimes on the upright.
Yeah. So it looks like her next opponent will be a rematch with Misha Tate.
Mhm.
She's the
Yeah.
only one that got her past
Oh, yeah.
the first round. She actually got it to the third.
They were
I mean,
strong.
she still
Is
lost.
that the girl from the OC?
Well, here's a tip to Misha. Be careful of what you say about Rhonda's family because it's not a good idea to give her extra motivation.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So
Yeah.
she had tweeted saying something like, "Yeah, she's not going to do that to me, but we shall see."
And plus, she dedicated that
She goes,
fight.
I'll never
to,
go to Brazil.
I know, right?
She actually dedicated that fight to Piper also because he actually let her use that name. He was cool with it, using the Rowdy name.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, he gave her years ago. He said, "Run with it, go for it."
That's
you're
dope.
yeah,
That's
so
dope.
that's dope. She dedicated
So-
it to him.
Damn that guy.
Damn that! Now I love him even more.
Yeah.
How
Can
did
you
that
believe
happen?
that? Did he pipe her?
I know.
Oh yeah.
He might have.
Yeah, that's
In
good for him.
football news, shout out to Chief Safety Eric Berry, who's back at practice after fighting cancer. Good for that dude, man.
Shouts out to him.
Eight,
Yeah,
eight
that's
months
real.
he was fighting cancer. You know what? I was reading this article on him how he just cried for like 30 minutes, dude, because cancer's not, and that's the thing. It's everywhere now. It's
Yeah,
affecting
it's-
our families.
Yeah.
Our just friends. Everybody has family that's been affected by this, and
Yeah.
it's glad to see. I'm a Raider fan, but to see, I want to see them play the best teams, and I want the Chiefs to have
As
this guy
a human
because,
being.
yeah, and he's a great player. Eric
Yeah.
Berry's dope.
Yeah, that's what's up.
He's
man.
dope. So shout out to
Yeah,
him.
that's dope.
So obviously you guys heard this week, Goodell announced that they were upholding the 4-game suspension of New England Patriot quarterback Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
It all came down to the cell phone.
The cell phone, yeah.
It's like, who told him to destroy the cell phone? That's what, like, how stupid was that?
Yeah,
That was,
no.
and didn't we remember when we first started talking about it? And I was telling you, I
Right.
read the report. Like I said, if he would have gave up the phone and said, "Look, that never happened," see, now it didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But the fact that somehow it got, destroyed.
Destroyed. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He
What
coulda-
was the excuse? I was trying to take a dick pic and it fell in the toilet. Like, shut up.
Someone called Columbo.
He was doing a Brett Favre.
that bunching chick wanted a whole bunch of dick pics. So yeah, so he's gonna be suspended for the 4 games.
Yeah.
So they already got asked out of that $1 million.
And bunching. Now he's benching.
You think he's gonna be? Is he gonna be known now for like when he goes down after your?
But that's the thing. That's
For
the thing.
that?
That's always
That's
going to
it?
be just like Barry Bonds has that little asterisk on his
Yeah,
thing. It's
that's-
kind of like,
that's-
well, you may or may not have. That's what it is. It's like you may or may not.
Well,
have.
the asterisk was that he got shots in it. Got steroids.
Jerry Jones of the Cowboys was very, I don't know. He thought he was blowing Goodell. He was giving him verbal BJs. That's what it was. He did great. That's what
He
he said.
stroked his
Yeah.
ego.
That's he's,
You can do it.
as an owner, of course, you want to get the leg up on any of the competition, and so sitting down Brady. I don't know are they playing this year against each other or something? So because you know how they always have that kind of like that interleague type thing.
Oh
That-
yeah.
but I
Well-
think it's an owner thing.
Mhm.
I think it's like I got more championships than you
Yeah.
and this and that.
It's like, oh yeah, well my stadium has the biggest TV.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Or
Like,
my
you
wife
Uh,
has bigger implants than
I know.
yours.
too bad our team doesn't throw any TDs, but whatever. Whatever.
He's like, I'm calling Japan.
I know. Speaking of throwing TDs, though, quarterback Russell Wilson signed a 4-year contract extension with the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah.
ESPN reported it was worth $87 million.
87.
87.6. Aye.
Yikes.
The Seahawks also have agreed to a 4-year, $43 million contract extension with All-Pro linebacker Bobby Wagner. That dude's bad, man.
Yeah.
That's the guy from Heart to Heart.
That's his brother. That's his brother Robert, his older brother. He's Bobby.
Yeah.
His dad's Bob. They call him Bob's Big Boy Wagner.
By the way, my name is Max.
Oh, how did they know that's what my mama called my dad? Bob's Big Boy. Jameis Winston confirmed as the Buccaneers starting quarterback.
Oh,
What do you guys think about that? Yeah, Jameis Winston.
Right away, huh?
Mariota also got named starting quarterback for the Titans. And oddly enough, they actually will play in the first game of the season.
Oh, wow, man.
That's gonna be pretty good.
That's going to be, so that's like the first time in history where the number 1 and the number 2 are going to play each other in the first game of the season.
Something like that happened at the Freeway Series too, right? When Kershaw faced Trout.
With
Trout,
the
oh, yeah.
MVPs.
The two
Yes.
MVP.
National League MVP versus
The
American League MVP.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That
That's
was pretty
crazy.
intense.
Yeah,
Pretty
so
good.
we're gonna see what happens.
Yeah.
Professional sculptor Tim King will pay tribute to Broncos QB Peyton Manning by making a larger-than-life chocolate sculpture of the football player for the 2015 Chalktober event
Whoa.
Wow.
in Colorado. Really, larger than life? I don't think there's enough chocolate in the world to make his forehead. I swear. Really?
A chocolate
It
Peyton
doesn't
Manning, huh?
it
I
doesn't
know.
compare to my cheese Jim Plunkett.
His bust is as big as a bust. Jeez.
Oh, man, that's crazy.
Yeah, Manning, dude. Jeez.
His chin, his jaw itself, his chin.
Just his
You
whole
know?
head.
Yeah,
His whole head. It's like the size of the stadium. I don't know how he walks in there. That guy.
They call him. Now he owns Papa Jaws, right? Is it what's it called? Papa Jaws?
Papa John or Papa John.
Oh, I didn't know.
That's
Papa
funny.
John's pizza.
You know what was funny? I read a interesting article. Right now so you guys know who One Direction is?
Yes.
Of course.
That-
ACI has the Eric has
okay,
the,
we didn't have to get
CD.
that excited about them. All right.
It's the best group ever.
So apparently they were over at Arrowhead Stadium, and one of the guys, Harry Styles, he's one of the
He's the main dude.
Yeah, he's it of One Direction. He played to the Chiefs loving crowd when he said no one supports the Raiders.
Oh.
He said that at the concert.
Well, come
So
on.
the Raiders heard about it, and they kind of popped off on him. They threw a little Twitter Scud missile at Harry Styles.
Come on, Harry.
He said, nobody supports the Raiders? Well, this is awkward, right, Liam Payne? Because he's one of the other guys.
Oh, okay.
Hashtag Raider Nation shows Liam sporting a Raider cap.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw that
man.
before.
Get
Yep.
him, Liam.
So Payne and Styles, they're bandmates. So, touchdown Raiders on that
Oh,
one.
yeah,
dude.
hell yeah,
Touchdown
man.
Raiders. That may be the only touchdown of the season, but I'll take it. Whatever.
Harry
That's
Styles is Eric's favorite. That's his favorite.
Mine's the one that
position.
left. Zayn Malik.
Harry Styles is when I call my stuff in my underpants.
Yeah.
It's really weird. It's really weird when I ask for a high and tight down there.
It's when I bend over and they see me from behind.
In college news, college basketball programs are always looking toward the future. Did you guys hear about this? UCLA may be ahead of the curve in that regard, as the Bruins received a verbal commitment from a 13-year-old prodigy named LaMelo Ball. Apparently, Ball can ball despite the fact that his balls haven't even dropped.
Oh man.
He might have 3 or 4 hairs on that ball. Wrestling news. Everyone says that wrestling is fake. Well, I want to give a shout out to John Cena, actually. I don't know if you guys saw that on Monday Night Raw. He took a knee to the face.
Oh.
It broke his nose, and he committed to doing the wrestling.
He finished the match.
He finished the match with a broken nose. He had to get some kind of corrective surgery because he couldn't breathe. Like, it was bad, dude.
Wow.
So John Cena took it to
man.
the face.
man.
He should have seen it coming.
So did she. Finally, do you guys remember Gilbert Arenas?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Well,
remember him.
obviously, he hasn't played in the NBA since 2012, but he still has a hot hand. The 3-time All-Star dropped so many buckets at the Orange County Fair.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
You know how they have that basketball game, that he was banned from all the basketball hoops.
Yeah. You
But
went up
not-
all the prizes.
But not before he came away with everything.
Every
from it.
prize.
He literally,
Wow.
dude. There's a picture of the kids, and remember that scene in E.T. where E.T.'s hiding in the stuffed animals.
yes.
That was his kids, and Gilbert Arenas. He was wearing a donut hat. It was awesome, dude.
Oh, man.
No
So,
way.
A bunch of other kids were crying. He had all the stuff.
The thing is, he could have bought half that park.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? He didn't have to take all that stuff.
Well, arenas can now fill in arenas full of stuffed animals. So good for him. You guys are tuning in and listening to the B-Side Sports Show. We got the crew here. Shaye, Whitey, Eric J, myself, Ralph Figueroa. We're going to move into our next topic. We're going to do a little bit of athletes' birthdays. Hit it, Drakk.
Gonna have a good time.
Boom. We're going to be talking about athlete birthdays. And why is that, Eric J?
Because it's always somebody's birthday.
It's always somebody's birthday. So who do we got this week?
We're going to start today. We're going to start with baseball player Red Ames. Yes, coincidentally, Red Ames is also a hunting game he tried inventing at a local Indian reservation.
Ooh, shout out to the Redskins. That's all that was left of them.
Don't change your name. Speaking of Redskins, Kansas City Chiefs owner Lamar Hunt celebrating a birthday. And coincidentally, Lamar Hunt was also a game that the Kardashians would play when they were searching for Lamar Odom during his crack binges.
What's his name? Lamar.
Lamar Hunt?
Does he have a son named Mike?
Mike Hunt? Probably.
That's-
AKA the Beaver.
Don't be so hard on the Beaver. Boy.
Also celebrating a birthday, we got Dutch soccer player Lou Ben Hacker. Yeah, Ben Hacker. Actually, now he's a victim of online fraud himself.
Wow, you know, because he's been frauding Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
he's his Ben Hacker. He's a stunt double, he thinks.
Poor
Shout out-
Matt Damon feels the effects of this. Also celebrating the birthday, we also got another Dutch soccer player, Dick Schroeder, a.k.a. Silver Spoons. Dick Schroeder, actually, he does porn parodies based on shows that Ricky Schroeder used to do, such as Silver Spooge. It's about a horny boy with high levels of iron. And another one he does is NYPD Blue Balls, but it's not what you think. It's actually about rogue cops getting off on kicking each other in the scrotum. NYPD Blues, Dick Schroeder.
And he does also the Dutch oven. That's another one. That's another one of his pornos.
Is that with Jason Bateman?
Oh,
With Alfonso?
It's weird you have his IMDb credits pulled up on your computer screen,
that's
Shaye.
right here.
Nice. He's like, I was ready for that one, guys. I know
Yeah.
everybody's.
We were watching you in the front in the shop.
Yeah, that starts Alfonso Ribeiro, too.
I'm Wikipornia. I know all the stuff. Who else we got in birthdays?
On the 3rd, we got NFL Raider tight end Todd Christensen. And is it just me, or does Todd Christensen look like the Marlboro Man? Maybe Camels.
It's the stash.
It's the
Yeah.
stash, and that curly hair. It was like those old ads from the
Yeah.
80s.
Yeah,
very,
like a Jerry
very cool
curl.
dude, by the way. Very cool dude.
No, Todd
Yes,
met him?
I've met him a few
Oh,
times.
dope.
Yeah, very cool
Oh,
dude.
man. Yeah, he passed away, right? When he
Yeah,
passed
he was
away.
so cool, dude.
Shouts out to him. Down under. Also celebrating the birthday, we got tennis player Tim Mayate. Mayate and rackets go hand in hand.
Does he play karate?
He knows crazy.
Mr. Miyagi?
You better ask somebody. Also celebrating the birthday, we got Olympic volleyball player Jeff Nigard. And Nigard was great at serving. Hey, Nigard. Also celebrating the birthday. Speaking of, we got Tom Brady celebrating the birthday on the
man.
3rd. And actually, what do Tom and Brady and AIDS have in common?
What?
They both destroy cells and don't know how it happens. Shouts out
that's
to
a good
him.
one. Ooh, ouch.
On the 4th, we're celebrating a birthday. We got Kerry Flemmer, Olympic softball player. And on top of being a catcher, I'm sure Flemmer is also a spitter. Flemmer, she's a spitter. Also celebrating a birthday, we got NHL player Maurice Richard. And women couldn't get enough of Mo Dick. Also celebrating the birthday on the 4th, we got cricketer Robin Peters, a.k.a. Dick Thief.
Hey, that's no bueno.
Robin.
That's no
Robin
bueno.
Peters. He's Dick Thief. And also
Better than Robin Thicke. Ooh, that one hurts.
Robin Thick Peters, because he has no two names.
or better than Little Richard. Also celebrating a birthday, we got MLB catcher B.J. Sherhoff. Coincidentally, that was heard a lot around the Baywatch set. B.J. Sherhoff.
Yeah, you too, fella. Ah.
Sherhoff. Celebrating a birthday on the 5th, we got NBA player Otis Thorpe. Remember Otis Thorpe?
Oh, yeah, I remember
Otis Thorpe resembled Snoop Dogg.
Yes, he
Yeah,
did.
he did, right?
Yeah.
And also celebrating a birthday, Patrick Ewing celebrating a birthday, and according to my dad, he resembled a Great Dane, another type of dog.
Shout out to my dogs. Who
And
let
our
the dogs out?
And Arsenio, his posse. Also celebrating a birthday on the
The dog
5th.
pound.
Where's Corrupt?
Where's Michael Vick? I hope he's not here.
ASPCA. Call him. Also celebrating a birthday on the 5th, we got cricketer Lester Marriageweed. Yeah, Marriageweed is actually a big consumer of cannabis pot.
Hey, marriage of weed is going to be legal to marry your weed in
Oh, yeah.
California soon.
Sounds good.
It's already legal in Colorado.
Yeah,
Colorado.
Good stuff.
Shay, pack your bags.
Yeah. On
That's
my
why
way,
they're,
on
that's
my
why they're
way.
eating so much chocolate. That's why they need a big old chocolate thing of Peyton
Manning.
Manning.
The chocolate Peyton.
They got munchies.
Start with the forehead.
They got a sweet tooth.
Also celebrating a birthday on the 5th, we got golfer Paula Creamer. And Creamer actually just won this year's Squirt Classic. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Was it Kramer versus Kramer?
Non-dairy.
Lactose.
Squirt Classic. What is that, like a porno, like Olympic Games or something?
Whoa, whoa.
Squirt
Hey,
Classic?
get
No,
your
sorry.
mind out of the gutter there.
Go jump on the
haven't seen
rings.
that
Hey, let's see your hands now. It's like a cop now with Shaye.
Yeah,
It's like,
like,
let's see where you got your hand. Okay.
He's
good.
reaching for his donut.
Why is he texting underneath the table like that? His phone's on the top. Weird.
It's a galaxy.
Who are you texting? Larry? Larry?
No, I'm actually. I got the feds are already cracking on the computer, like wondering what I'm getting on right now. So I gotta watch out. No, I'm just kidding.
He can't wait for his birthday so you can give him a shout out.
No,
Okay.
yeah,
Anyway.
He's being a perv over here. Birthday on the 6th of August, we got sports announcer Max Kellerman.
Oh,
Well, I
okay,
like
yeah.
Mike Kellerman.
Yeah,
Good.
he's a cool dude. Even
Very
though he
cool.
might have herpes, but whatever.
Their show's funny.
Right? You ever seen the little bumpy mouth?
That's
Also-
what it is.
Celebrating the birthday also today, we got hurdler Tony Dees, better known as Nuts.
These.
Dees Nuts.
Tony D,
Also
huh?
celebrating a birthday, we got Australian baseball coach Dusty Rhodes. And coincidentally, Dusty Rhodes was actually named for the geography of Australia.
Not for stop BSing
Yeah.
the people.
Yeah.
No,
Name your children after Dusty Rhodes.
Well, I'm down and poking beans.
God damn you, Ric Flair. Ric Flair.
you son of a bitch.
You son of a papa.
He hates to order biscuits,
Dusty Rhodes.
a.k.a. Tweety.
You should see his sister, Rocky Mountain.
Rocky Road.
Also celebrating a birthday on the same day, on the 6th, we got cricketer Cripple Singh. Cripple Singh, a.k.a. Teddy Pendergrass. Because he's a Cripple Singh. Celebrating a birthday on the 7th, we got a Baby Bikila. Baby Bikila, Ethiopian marathoner, a.k.a. Chucky. And also celebrating a birthday, we got Olympic runner David Waddle, a.k.a. the Duck.
No. I need a runner.
Hey,
That's crazy.
you just mentioned him.
Affleck.
Ben Affleck.
Ben Hacker, shout out to you.
Shout
Happy
out to
birthday.
him. Also, a birthday on the 7th, we got NFLer Willie Tater. And he hated when people used to ask him, hey, how's my Willie Tate?
Let me get your tater tots. That's what he calls his children.
Will he tater?
Let's go play tater ball.
Cornhole. And rounding out birthdays for the 8th, we got UNLV basketball coach Jerry Tarkanian, the Shark.
Oh, yeah.
Shark.
We also got pro golfer Ben Fucci. Fucci stinks up the competition.
Oh, man.
We also got Olympian Carol Lewis. Actually, she's the sister of Carl Lewis, and actually you can tell them because she also rocks a flat top and she destroys the singing of the national anthem, just like him.
She has more earrings. That's the only way you can tell them apart. She has more earrings.
On the
than
nose. And rounding off birthdays, we got Amaya Amarutin. And the answer to Amaya Amarutin is yeah, but not for you, bitch.
I'm a rootin', tootin', son of a bitch.
Gunslingers.
Happy birthday.
And that's it for this week in birthdays.
Birthdays
Happy
brought
birthday.
to you by the B-Side Sports Show.
You know what? One shout out I forgot to mention. Shout out to Ramiro. Birthday.
Oh, Ramiro
It's his birthday coming up, fool.
Happy birthday, fool.
Come through.
Brought to you by the B-Side Sports Show. Remember, you guys can find us on all our social media at B-Side Sports Show. So be sure to like us, share, retweet. Remember, retweeting us is like fingering us. It's pretty nice. It feels like I'll smell your fingers afterwards. I know where I've been. So we're having tweet. So we're having a great time here at the B-Side studio. So we're gonna move on to our next topic. We're gonna do a little bit of who's in trouble. Go ahead, hit it, Drakk. You'll never catch me alive, copper.
Yeah.
Get him with the laugh, Rocky, the laugh.
Man, we're never in trouble, see?
I know my rights, see?
I can sit in the front of the bus and everything, see? I don't even
door
know.
open.
I'm not even black. It doesn't matter.
Sure.
I'm a little bit of Italian, but I got a little...
I'm like the Fonz. I'm really Greek.
Hey. So,
on it.
Shaye, who do we got?
Okay, before we get into, because we're getting real close to football season, so we'll talk about some of those guys that are going to miss the beginning of the season because of various stuff. But before we get into that, there's a few, some NBA basketball issues. This one's not really a legal issue, more of kind of a financial, kind of fell from grace issue. I don't know, did you guys hear about former NBA All-Star Vin Baker? Remember him?
Yes.
Hey.
Power forward.
Yeah, he was an Olympian in 2000. He won a gold medal with the Olympic for Team USA. He's a 4-time All-Star. So he was dope back in the day.
Yeah,
but,
he was hell yeah, he was dope with the Sonics and he played with the Clippers and stuff.
Yeah, that was his last. His
He had
last
skinny
year
ankles.
So his bank account's in trouble.
Yeah,
apparently.
because he went through some alcoholism issues and all that. So he's sober now,
that sucks.
and he's helping the pastor and stuff like that with his father's church. But the thing he's doing now in order to build his bank account back is trying to build his way to management at a very fancy establishment.
Really,
called,
like a sports establishment,
actually Starbucks. I don't know if you can
Oh.
consider that sports at all. I don't know if they.
Oh.
Yeah, Starbucks.
That means superstar money.
Starbucks. So he's actually a barista right now. At
No.
Starbucks. Yeah,
He's not an
that's what he's
owner?
doing.
Well,
No,
being at the baristas too much is what got him in trouple in the first place. That's
yeah,
crazy.
so he's a barista at
he-
Starbucks, so he's gonna work his way up to manager.
Alcoholics are barista, before and afters or whatever. Apparently, so
Magic Johnson hooked him up.
No, you know what's funny that you say that. But actually, the one that hooked him up was the guy that owned the Sonics when he was on the team. Is actually the owner. He's the CEO of Starbucks. Yeah, so he's the one that got him the position as the barista in Starbucks. He had to pull some strings, I'm sure.
he's
But
like, you know what, Vin? If I would love to have you as a supersonic, but they took the team away.
Yeah,
So-
no more
Okay, well,
supersonics.
I'll give you the next best thing. I'll give you Seattle's other finest.
Yeah, there we go.
How about you start off as a barista?
Yeah, there we go.
He's like, you can make pastries
So,
with
but-
your last name.
That's-
Oh, but,
Hopefully you don't bake no buns in the oven, though. Can't afford it yet, Vin.
Hey, but it's good. I mean, he's proud of it though. He's he's owning
Your
it.
your
He's happy.
VIN number doesn't work right now. Your VIN plates are bad.
He's now Vin Brewer. they brewing the coffee.
VIN latte.
Vin Grande.
No, he didn't want to use VIN latte because they're like, no, we're looking for him. Did you say VIN Laden? No. I said VIN latte. VIN latte.
He's too dark for that.
He's more of a cappuccino color. Hey, you're Italian, Vin Cappuccino. Hey, how you doing?
Bring guns in Chinatown.
What's your name? Maybe we're gonna call you Scissor Lips. Hey, how you doing?
Hey.
Yeah, so that's kind of a where are they now? Who's in trouble kind of combination. And then also from the NBA though, we had Mike Scott. Man, he plays for the Atlanta Hawks. He's actually their top six man. He was there off the bench. They made the playoffs. They were a good team. He's a good player. Yeah, man, he got
He had
busted.
good court vision. He was like a Hawkeye.
Yeah,
He,
on
he
the
was,
court.
he was the face of the team. He was Mike Hawk himself.
Hey!
Hey!
Hey.
But yeah, he didn't have the Hawkeye vision enough to see the cops
Whoa.
behind him. I guess.
Oh, the cops got him, huh?
They
The
swooped
cops
down
got
on
him.
his ass
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a hawk.
They swooped on him like a hawk. Him and his brother tried to evade him at first. He tried to speed up, and he actually went through a few lights and all that. But he finally pulled over to discover that he had some weed on him. He also had some
And Nick Diaz in the back seat.
yeah, in the back seat.
Hey.
Yeah, I don't know if they were puffing it, but they also had MDMA, which is commonly known as Molly's. Pop the Molly, I'm sweating. Have you remember that?
Isn't that like ecstasy though?
It's
Right?
something.
That's
It's
what it
kind
is.
of a similar, like some type of a pill, but it's listed as like a type 2 drug. It's still like one of those ones. It's probably. I'm sure it was worse than the weed though, for the sentence. So
Wow.
for what he got.
Can't
So
believe that guy.
yeah. So the sentence hasn't been handed down yet. He already bailed himself out and all that. But we'll
They're
see.
gonna
what
put him
happens
in a
with that.
bird cage.
This happened in Georgia.
They'll have him swinging on the rafters.
It was 10.9 grams of Molly. So it's.
You
Wow,
know
that's-
what kind of bullets the cop's gun had? Talons.
Whoa.
Oh, shout out to the Hawks.
Right now you're sharp.
Razor.
Oh man! And then moving on to the NFL, all kinds of players are going to be missing the first few games of the season because they're handing down these punishments, even for stuff that they did a long time ago too. But like one of them though, it's actually for kind of a different offense than most everyone else. It's actually Sheldon Richardson of the New York Jets. You guys hear about this one?
Sheldon, the Big Bang Theory.
No, not him. He looks a little different.
little?
A
little bit.
He's from
Slightly.
the Jets, but he actually hid his arrest from the team and from his family for as long as he could. But it finally came out to the open, so he's going to be suspended 4 games.
What was he arrested
He
for?
was racing in his car. He got up to speed of 143 miles an hour. He was racing, and he had a 12-year-old boy. Well, I'm not sure if that was his son or not, but he had a 12-year-old boy. He had his family in the car. There were 3 passengers. One of them was a 12-year-old
Well,
boy.
maybe they were trying to teach the kid a lesson. Maybe he did something bad.
Yeah.
But I think maybe he was hey, look, kid.
Yeah.
It's either I beat you. You know what I do for a living. I could beat you, or you can ride 140 miles an hour in my car.
Yeah.
What's gonna scare? Because going 140 miles an hour in a car, that's gonna scare the poop out of anybody.
And he
I don't
probably
care how
told him he
tough-
had no brakes. He's like, I have no brakes. I don't know.
I got no brake. He's driving blindfolded.
I'd rather be with Peyton Manning in a Chrysler.
I don't want to.
What's crazy is they found a gun under his seat, but they didn't even give him any charge for that. It was a loaded gun.
with Uncle Nick Diaz.
Oh, man.
Uncle Nicky, he always smells weird, but he's nice.
Oh, yeah. Well, the rest of these guys are the ones that were hanging out with Nick Diaz, or these other NFLers like Bashad Breeland from the Redskins. He's another one. From nearly a year and a half after being cited for marijuana possession. And actually, the same day he found out about this.
He likes to breathe in out of his nose.
Yeah, he had a bad day last week
Like
because
Michael Phelps.
yeah, he was breathing and breathe left, breathe out. But when he found out about this this punishment, the same day in practice, he gets hurt. He got carted off the practice field. So
Ooh.
he had a bad day that day, man.
He hit the dispensary that night.
Yeah.
For sure. Faux shizzle.
Yeah, he was crushed.
For
Also,
medical reasons.
You best be believing. Believing. Don't stop
Believing.
Kyrie Irving. Also, from the Vikings, cornerback Jabari Price. He's got a 2-game suspension. Also, substance abuse. Another
Really?
Another marijuana guy.
another marijuana thing.
Nice.
But I mean,
That's a high price to pay.
I don't know. It could be for injury rehab too. You never know, unless they're like driving at 140 miles an hour with it. I guess.
You,
Yeah,
you-
with the
you know what?
kid.
Here's my thing when it comes to these marijuana things or whatever. To me, and technically, marijuana is legal. Am I
Yeah,
right? I mean,
uh-huh.
it's for the most part. There's a few states or whatever.
Right.
But I think they're not, as long as they're not abusive of it.
Yeah.
Because obviously it does have some medical,
Some positive
you know,
Like if
yeah,
they're not
right.
slanging it.
Because of what these guys are football players. Like they hit each other hard,
Oh, of course.
aggressively. That's whenever you got to use the word aggressive in any way, you got to be like my lady. She tell me, "Oh man, I got an enema," and I was like, "What is that? Like, what do they do in that when they go into this thing?" She goes, "Well, they put water in you, but it's very aggressive." I'm like, "Whoa. I don't want any aggressiveness anywhere near or around my cornhole."
Yeah, no
okay?
thanks.
I like that group,
You know?
Public Enemy.
So it's like, these guys go through, some heavy hitting and stuff like that,
Yeah.
getting concussions. Rest in peace of like Junior Seau. They're gonna let his daughter speak, by the way.
after all,
But
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's like, a lot of these dudes find this
Stress
as,
relief.
as a way to deal or cope with some of these injuries and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So I think they need to be a little bit, more lenient.
It
when
Well,
it
I
comes
think
depends,
it's
yeah.
headed there.
You know.
It's pretty much almost there.
I mean, unless they have it all bagged up in separate,
Like,
trying to
yeah.
like they're selling it or something.
Like
you
your
know,
like it is in your closet.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. Oh, yeah.
Now, if they're buying it from some kid with the baby seat still in the back, okay, now you're making bad decisions, sir.
Yeah, then
Shaye.
you're going a bit too far on that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Man.
But also, but the other thing too is that, a lot of them are drunk driving too, and that's what happened with the Chiefs. Sean Smith suspended 3
Oh,
games.
he was chiefing it up, huh?
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
he was.
But his was a drunken driving charge last year, so he should have been chiefing instead of
Instead of
drinking.
driving?
yeah, instead of drinking
Chief,
and driving.
Chief, don't
Yeah,
drive.
Yeah, so he suspended 3
Brought
games.
to you by the Kansas City Chiefs.
Hi, I'm so high. Hi, I'm so high.
Hi, I'm so high. Hi. Chiefing it up. Hashtag chiefing it up.
yeah, so we'll see what these guys get back. Chiefing it up.
Peace
But,
pipe.
I know, right?
you know what's funny? The other thing too
I'm
is
gonna make a shirt out of that. It's a chiefing it up, bro.
yeah, with the Chiefs
You're a
logo.
chiefer.
They call you Geronimo.
And also in football news, JPP, Jason Pierre-Paul. I mean, you remember with the fireworks incident? Well, the Giants are saying he's not returning their text, but I wonder why. I mean, I don't know. His fingers are gone, right? I mean,
Yeah, they're
why don't
like,
they just call him?
They're like, we know it wasn't your thumb, so
Yeah,
don't
your
act
thumbs.
stupid.
Can you
Yeah,
still do it? Come on, can you?
Huh.
You got a QWERTY.
Yeah.
Just use an emoji con. How about that? Give us a thumbs up at
Speak
least.
into it.
Don't be rude and point fingers anymore. Hey,
But
sorry about that.
But you know what he's doing on the side now? Taking shorthand.
Well, sure, he can only count to 8. He's good. He's very great on the. He was on the 10 key. Now he got to go to 8 key. It's like, we
He's
don't
the
make
latchkey
those.
kid.
We don't make those JPP.
Oh, man.
Yo, you know me.
You know me, JP. And then also,
JPP got no pinky.
He won't be giving anybody the finger anytime soon.
Or fingers.
But he might take one. Hey,
Hey.
it's physical time,
He
guys.
can never get him slammed on a piano.
fingered.
Narrowly escapes.
Moving on from football to football. From after the Gold Cup when Mexico won,
Us.
their coach Miguel Herrera got fired because he choked some guy out in the airport. It was
What?
it was a journalist. He's actually he knows him already. He's from a TV station out there, TV Azteca. actually, he punched him in the neck. I'm sorry, he didn't choke him. He punched him in the neck.
Well, that should be
he
legal.
and he challenged him to a fight because I guess this guy was dogging him.
Isn't punching him a fight already?
Well, I mean, if you punch him in the neck, it doesn't really.
Yeah, he wanted to go outside though. He said, "Let's take it outside," and then.
But they're in an airplane.
That's
Yeah,
what
but they're
I
in
do
the
my
airport.
nephew. When my nephew misbehaves, boom, I just give him a little punch in the neck. So it's not that
And
bad.
then right in the
Step
neck.
outside.
Right in the throat.
We're 30,000 feet up. There.
Yeah, right in the throat. Yeah.
Vamos para afuera. Ándale, vámonos, güey.
Tú primero.
No, tú dale, tú dale.
I guess this guy had been dogging him on the air, dogging the team, and they're
Did he make fun of the fact that he doesn't have a neck?
He was dogging him. He was dogging the guy El Piojo, right?
They call him El Tortuga.
No, they call him El Piojo, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, he was
No
just
wonder
talking
he's
a lot.
dogging them. They don't like fleas.
Piojo, here.
Yeah. Brought to you. Give me the itchies.
Brought to you by Rosetta Stone tonight, guys. Hey, we're translating. We're SAP too.
Máquina
Nice.
de lenguaje.
Ay, qué bueno.
Oh man! And then finally, in the Olympic news in Rio, any of the athletes that are taking part in the sailing or any of the things that are going on in the ocean may be subject to some flesh-eating bacteria diseases because
Lord.
it's still really, really polluted out there. They haven't cleaned it up yet, and it's 2016 is when the Olympics are taking place in Rio, in Brazil, and
They're like, if you're gonna
It's
be
not
on the
ready yet.
rowing team, you guys got to wear full body condoms.
yeah.
Her name is Rio, and she's stinking up my land. Smelly Brazilians' breath, and they smell like douching cans.
They have a lot of AIDS over there, so be
Yeah,
careful, guys.
Watch out, guys,
Be
over there.
careful.
For
You get
Olympians.
AIDS when you speak to them.
They sneeze and you caught it.
They're close talkers. Those Brazilians, them.
Wow, the water's that bad.
Yeah, the
It's
water's
just-
pretty bad. I even seen some pictures. Actually, they were showing some pictures online. There's just a bunch of there's like old junk that people left on. You could just see it beached on the side of the thing, and it's just like they're saying there's a
Welcome
lot
to
of.
Murano Beach.
Like when they bring in the ore, there's just gonna be nothing left. They're gonna be burnt off. They're just- yeah, man, it's
You
gonna
might
be
catch
interesting.
bird flu without ever seeing a bird.
That's where I buy my diapers.
Don't watch for this pond. It may have Ebola.
They're gonna see these little three-eyed fish like on The Simpsons going by them.
Well, they can have those already there anyways.
Yeah, that's what they're delicatessen, yo. It's right next to the piranhas.
That's their sushi, dude. Are you kidding me? Get out of here.
Extra for the teeth.
Yeah, man, so that's it for Who's in Trouble this week.
Man, Who's in Trouble brought to you by the Bsidesports Show team. Shaye, Whitey, Eric J, myself, Ralph Figueroa. We are going to do a little bit of This Week in Sports History right now, fellas. So let's go ahead, Drakk.
What we're gonna do right here is go back, way back to the time. Sometimes you get up.
Sometimes you get...
Damn.
And sometimes you're up and down.
And if you get lucky, you get it repeatedly. Hey. All right.
Sometimes you feel like a nut.
I know, right? So you guys are tuning in, listening to the B-Side Sports Show. You guys can find us on all our social media at B-Side Sports Show. So we got This Week in Sports History.
Yes.
So where are we taking the time machine there, Eric J?
This year we're going to start off 1936.
Ooh.
1936, yes. In Berlin, as a matter of fact, Jesse Owens wins his third Olympic medal. And Hitler gets so upset, he gives himself gas.
Oh, I don't like it, the dog fellows.
Today, everyone gets fed except me. Also in 1938, the Major League Baseball, they first test yellow baseballs, and oddly enough, they're all made in China. Because they're yellow baseballs.
Oh, you know very nice.
you know, speak it correct to me. Go get that.
Oh, be nicer to me.
Yellow's not your color. 1941, the Browns pitcher Johnny Niggling stops Joe DiMaggio 4 times for getting on base, thus stopping DiMaggio's on-base streak at 74 games. And how did Niggling stop DiMaggio? He played the race card. That's the way to stop him.
Niggling, please.
Niggling, please. The Niggling baby. Go ahead, baby. The Niggling baby. 1944, the Amsterdam Volwickers play in orange shirts. Now they all work at Home Depot.
Is that what they call the guys that sit in front of the Vol workers?
Yeah, that's what they are, the Volwickers.
The Home Depot dark workers? Okay.
They got a designated area.
Vol.
Wickers.
Huh.
1944, also, Tommy Brown, at just 16 years old, plays shortstop for the Dodgers. Later, Tommy Brown asked the media if they could tell he was nervous, in which the media responded, "Of course we could, kid. Well, your trousers had Tommy Brown stains."
You had skid marks from going in the second.
You slid head first. In 1953, Ted Williams returns to the Red Sox from the military. The press later asked Williams if he's suffering from PTSD. When Williams asked why, the press replies, "Because you throw the baseball like a grenade now."
Four. I don't know why he yelled four. Four.
It's bad form. In 1966, Jose Torres beats Eddie Cotton to retain the light heavyweight title, and Torres beats the stuffing out of Cotton.
Ooh.
It's a reverse effect, you know?
Ooh.
Torres and Cotton tonight. Hooah. Hooah. 1966, also Muhammad Ali KOs Brian London with the punch to the mouth, and ironically, London's bridge came falling down. In 1976, the Chicago White Sox suit up in shorts for the first time, thus officially becoming the first team in baseball history to not slide in a game.
Oh.
They didn't want strawberries.
Ooh,
In 1978, the New Orleans Saints beat the Philadelphia Eagles 14-7 in Mexico City, and then Mexico beats both teams with their water.
Ooh. They gave him churro.
Told them not to swallow.
They gave him churro.
Churros?
It's churro.
Well, they make the churros with water.
Do you want the churros? Yo
Drink-
tengo churros.
Drink the
Oh,
water.
churros on this.
Tengo churros.
Why you handing me a cup of water?
Churros.
Churros.
Come on, señor. $2. Churros.
Churros.
It's like, they had to pay for their own churros.
They chartered that plane. In 1984, Japan beats U.S. for the Olympic gold medal in baseball. The U.S. baseball manager later was quoted with, "Well, we came up short today, maybe because we had Jim Abbott pitching.
No.
Should have pitched underhanded."
We were shorthanded.
In 1986, the Orioles, Dwyer and Sheets both hit grand slams, and Dwyer and Sheets did it with staticky-free uniforms. In 1987, Rob Deere of the Brewers is struck out 5 times. The Brewers manager later states, "Deere seemed frozen out there, staring at the stadium lights."
Just like my love life. Struck out 5 times in a row.
On the same night.
Unfortunately, I'm on a hot streak.
I'm cold.
Talk about scoreless innings. Shout out to Kershaw.
Shout out to Kershaw, going for it. You're not supposed to have sex. You're like the prize fighter.
Don't do it, sir.
In 1990, Pete Rose begins a 5-month prison term at Marion Federal Prison Camp. When asked how he felt about starting prison, Rose responded, "I don't know. I think every day will be a gamble."
Dun, dun, dun.
Then they tacked on to the sentence after that.
Dun, dun, dun.
In 1993, Peter Angelos and William DeWitt purchased the Orioles, and from what I hear, Peter and Willie are dicks as owners.
Ooh, no
Really?
good.
Oh,
No
man.
good.
Churro burrito.
Churras.
We like to give you churro on the house.
Willie don't play.
It'd be free.
Little Willie D. In 1998, Barry Bonds is hit by a pitch and rushes the mound, leading to a bench-clearing brawl. By the way, Barry, here's a pitch for you. Steroid shrinker, balls.
And the strike zone.
Strike zone. Yeah, you got
How weird.
your vision out like a hawk. And finally, in 2012, South African Oscar Pistorius becomes the first amputee to compete in the Olympics. When asked what inspired him to do so, Pistorius replied, "I don't know. One night I'm just sleeping in my bed with my legs off and gun by my side when suddenly I wake up staring at the bathroom door and I think I should take a shot at this." And that's it for this sports history.
Unfortunately, that girl won't be celebrating her birthday anymore. Poor thing. Man, he was crazy, dude. I can't
Crazy
believe-
fool.
He tried to say that he didn't do it. It's like, dude, you had nowhere to run.
He's
Seriously,
from
bro.
a South African gang. They called him Crazy Legs.
Was he on Don't Be a Menace to South Central? Is that him?
He was MC Hammer.
This week in sports history brought to you by the B-Side Sports Show team. Eric J, good stuff,
Yeah,
man.
man, good.
So we're on a good one here. We're obviously, you guys can find us on all our social media at B-Side Sports Show, at bsideshow.net as well. We've got the YouTube channel. We've got SoundCloud. So be sure to follow us and let all your friends know.
Yeah.
So we're going to move on to our next segment. We're going to do a little bit of Where Are They Now? Hit it, Drakk.
Where are they now? How I miss those companions who walk the canyons of the night by my side. Where are they now?
don't even know how the studio
man.
got a little hot in
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
guys.
We
It's
were
getting
all
hot in here.
we
I
were
was
all
like,
feeling
whoa,
it. man.
Are we going back
Yeah.
to trending hot topics?
We were in a zone.
Where's
Ooh.
Nelly?
We were-
That's where I buy my shirts at Hot Topics.
If you want to be goth.
In case you really love Sublime that much. So
Where are they now? It's
speaking of where are they
yeah.
now?
It's because we all miss our companions who walk through the canyons. That's
Well,
why.
I don't miss them at all. I call those friends the hills have eyes.
Yeah, I know. They walk through the
Shout out to
canyons
New
anyway.
Mexico.
Shout out to the cruises, man. Las
Oh,
cruises,
that's right,
homie.
that's right, I know.
Well, you need cruises around your neck so you don't get eaten by vampires. But anyway, because they're patrolling through the night. How weird is
them
that?
and Kiefer Sutherland.
So okay, tell us, Shaye, Whitey, where are they now? Who is they?
Well, I was gonna talk some more about some football players. Like these are like high draft picks that kind of ended up bust to kind of see what they're up to now. But I would still want to talk about a little before that is Manute Bol's son. Have you heard about this? Remember Manute Bol, the tallest
yeah.
player ever?
Wait, give me a minute. Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, Manute. Yeah.
Minuta.
Give me a Manute, maybe even four. Yeah, but
Does he hang out with Bull Jackson?
yeah.
Okay, just
Does he
checking.
smoke pot?
His name's Bowl Cut. No, I'm just kidding. No, but actually, his son's name is Bowl.
Oh.
Wow.
Yep, spelled the same, so it's pretty easy. Makes it simple. Bowl.
Bowl.
So that sounds like what a lot of what those guys that got suspended from the NFL were doing.
I
Too
know,
many
right?
of those bowl.
Isn't he on Cypress Hill?
They were doing bowl after bowl.
Yeah, bowl after bowl after bowl after bowl.
after bowl.
Willie Bowl.
But man,
We'll be waiting for you with the bowl.
dude, he's only 15.
He's a freshman in high school,
He's a
right?
freshman.
Yeah.
6'11".
6'11"
Good
already,
Lord.
man. 6'11", a freshman in high school, and he's already playing ball. And but the thing is that they're saying the difference between him and Manute Bol, who he was kind of
Skinny.
uncoordinated, just kind
Right.
of got the block shots and the rebounds, but
Right.
he wasn't really he couldn't handle the ball. This guy has handles. They're saying.
So he's fat.
Well, he eats healthier than Manute, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Anybody eats healthier than Manute. Manute ate air for 2 years.
It took too long for it to go in his mouth and go
You
to
know
his
how long
belly.
his windpipe is? He's
like-
like a giraffe.
He's like,
Giraffe, the giraffe.
is that a Jewish giraffe? Is that what that is?
I think so, with a little bit proclaim.
Call Flemmer.
Oh, Flava. And she's the spitter. They call her the camel.
So this kid,
Wow.
Bull.
Yeah,
Well, what's going
he's
on?
bad. Like, you just gotta just look out for him. He's just
got handles.
Yeah, he's got handles, and they even already have some clips of him showing up on like YouTube and stuff like that.
Have
People are already
YouTube out
getting
there?
some footage.
I know.
No, he's
Well, the thing is, he's showing up other freshmen. Am I right?
yeah, he plays in Kansas. He's not in over in Africa.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
He
thought
plays
was
it-
out
yeah, he
there.
plays
We're
it.
not in Kansas anymore.
Well,
there,
even
Eric.
at that, it's the flatlands.
He's in Roland Park, Kansas.
The air up there is very clear. It's nice.
And
up
it has
there.
good barbecue.
I
Wow.
wonder
He's a
what
Jayhawk.
I kind of wonder what the so he's as big as his dad. I wonder what the mom was it like a 4-foot white girl or like then,
Hey, why does she have to be white, dude?
No, I don't know. I'm just imagining.
He's a typical athlete.
No, I'm just imagining like how
Call
like
Charles Barkley.
I mean like to make a son that much like does he have
That's
to have
terrible.
another
That's
6
terrible.
Yeah, I heard his
foot.
mom's Brigitte Nielsen.
Oh, well, maybe that was it. I don't know. Well, I was just wondering. I don't know.
You gotta
Sorry.
find out. Who
Yeah,
he
we'll
is,
find
dude.
out. Yeah, we'll find that.
Yeah,
I'll get
I'm
back to you on
kinda-
that.
like,
one.
Find his mom.
Google Bol's
Bol
mom.
Bol. Yeah. Oh, their
That's
surname
like
was-
a John Lennon and Paul McCartney, Bol because of their haircuts.
Oh, I know, right?
Yeah.
So
Bowl
you
cuts.
could probably find her in her mom.
Yeah, man.
So she doubles up too. He's a tall kid. He's got. Actually, I saw a couple
Yeah.
of the clips that they have on him.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man.
But I wouldn't say because.
Did he have did he have, how's his physicality? Is he
He's-
strong?
He's quick and all that.
He's very Manute Bowl-ish.
Yeah.
He's very thin.
And he'll probably get taller too.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure he is. I mean,
Yeah.
if he's only a freshman now,
Yeah.
imagine when he has a growth spurt.
Yeah. Ooh,
Wow.
Then it's through the roof.
Where's Flammer? He's gonna have a spurt.
He starts bumping his head on stuff and all that.
She's a spurter.
Someone called Barry Bond. He fit this kid with steroids.
Barry Bonds' kid's ahead of the class now.
He has his ass tricked.
He's battling Peyton Manning's head. Jeez.
Yeah, we'll be looking out for him. I'm sure he'll they're
Yeah.
projecting him to go into college and being so we'll see what happens with him. Kinda.
Yeah,
Wow, that's cool,
I
man.
mean, they're looking for height. I mean, and that's all.
Basically.
Manute just stood there with his hands
Yeah,
up. and-
that's basically what he. I remember when he fought some dude. I think he fought Akeem Olajuwon.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I don't remember
think
that.
it was
one.
Akeem,
I know he did fight. I don't remember.
dude,
who it was,
if I'm
though.
not mistaken, it was Akeem Olajuwon. But dude, like Manute Bol threw that punch from like half court and landed behind
Oh.
baseline. Like He went past Olajuwon.
He started swinging in the third quarter and then landed with 2 minutes left.
He slapped him. He was in the locker room already, but he was still out in the court, and he just went and slapped him.
He knew when to throw it because they hear the 2-minute warning.
What he say that click? He called me click, and that's not, you know. And we were just fighting.
That don't fly. That don't
That-
fly.
His
You can't-
skyhook touched the sun.
He got sunburned for real.
What was funny is when you used to remember those old NBA video games where they would have him in there, and he was just towering over all the other players.
I
It just
know,
looked
right?
funny. the
Well,
way
you know
they
what's
did it.
funny? Because his teammate was like Muggsy Bogues for like 4 years.
Oh yeah.
They should have teamed up and like been just one
Yeah.
athlete.
Put him on his
Yeah,
shoulders.
you know, the only athlete with a long trench coat and 4 arms.
Muggsy Bowl.
They look like
Oh,
Scooby-Doo and Scrappy.
You know.
So that's that. But I want to move on a little bit and talk about some of these. Remember the NFL draft bus, man? These guys were like big names,
Oh,
expected
yes.
to be
like-
like they're projecting them to be the next so and so, the next so and so. Like for example, Cade McNown, he was a real high pick,
UCLA.
12th overall. He went to UCLA. He was really good
He
at
went
that
to
time.
the Bears, right? I think he played
Yes.
with the
Yeah,
Bears.
yeah, the
Yes.
Bear. And then he was. They wanted him as the next franchise QB, but lasted only 2 seasons, and that was it. So now basically he's like some kind of executive at like an investment firm. It's called Lord Capital Management. He's moving up to vice president actually. So he's getting it's a little bit better than what Vin Baker is trying to aspire to. You
Well,
know,
he,
'cause
has,
this
he,
is
has a, he has a better name. His name is Cade.
yeah, Cade. Yeah, Cade. Of course you're gonna.
And you know what, Cade? What rhymes with Cade? Paid.
Yeah, Cade sounds. He sounds
Cade's
like a
getting
businessman.
paid, son.
Yeah, he's getting paid. He's only 36, so he'll be doing that for a while. So, it's like
How about Cade McNone? He's McNone.
it's an Cade McNone. It's an
That's what happened. They know who he was. They're like,
It's
oh
a
yeah.
new McDonald's. It's a new burger at McDonald's. It's made out of a person, a place, or a thing.
Yeah, we make those.
the McNown. Yeah, you gotta go try one of those.
That's a new. It's part of the new verbiage. It's a McNown. Like you're McCrazy.
You're McLovin' me.
You're a McFuck. Anyways,
Fly.
McFly.
Hello, McFly. Think.
Anywho,
McFly.
Oh, man.
That's the road, McFly.
Dusty Road.
Oh,
Back to your futures.
McFly.
the same year, 1999, the number 1 pick was Tim Couch. Remember him, Tim Couch?
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
with the Browns.
Yeah, yep. He was number 1 overall in 1999, but he went 22-37 as a starter. Not too good.
Ouch, Couch.
So now he's basically just a couch potato, just watching the games from home.
So,
He's
so
on
he
his
moved
own
to
couch.
Idaho then.
Yeah,
So he's an Idaho
He's just on
couch
his couch.
potato.
And you wonder why they call him Big Papa.
no, I'm actually.
That's what all the Mexicans call him.
El Papa?
El Papa.
Well, he must have. Maybe
No, pues-
maybe she does call it because he's actually married to Playboy playmate
Boom.
Heather Kozar. So-
He's just dropping his sour cream on
so,
her.
yeah,
Nice.
so,
Paul
he's
Paula
good.
Creamer.
But he does do a college analyst for Fox Sports South and a couple other networks. So he's doing
I could have
something.
sworn
still,
I had seen him, doing some of the interviews and
Yeah,
stuff
stuff
like
like
that. So
that
yeah,
down there.
yeah, he's one of their analysts.
Yep, he's an analyst. So and he analyzes that Playboy playmate pretty well, I'm sure too.
I'm pretty
like
sure.
yeah. So we also got
He Cade McNose the playbook.
yeah.
Like Bo knows, well, Cade
Cade
McNose.
McNose.
He
He-
McNose.
He went Kid McDown on her.
Oh man.
Then he got McHerpes. That's why she's a keeper.
Shouts out to Kate Max Kellerman.
Bumpy mouth. Because Bumpy mouthed it. Anyway,
Also,
who else you got?
Jim Drunkenmiller.
Someone's drunken Miller. Someone's been drinking Miller right now.
Jim Drunkenmiller. Well, I had his first name wrong. I think his last name was right.
Drunken
but,
Miller Light.
yeah, former 26th overall pick, but now he's just drunk on Miller because he's not playing anymore. No, but actually,
He can't even get Miller. He
Yeah.
gets like Pabst or something.
Lucky Lager.
Natural ice.
oh, I remember when
Was he a hockey player?
yeah, it sounds more like one. It sounded like it.
His name is Keith Stone.
Hey, nice to meet you, ladies. I'm Keith Stone.
He only ended up with 1 start in 2 seasons, but
Did you say Keith? Keith, like as in Bol Bol?
like Keith Claus.
Keith Claus.
Or he plays for the Kansas City Chiefs?
Yeah.
Like that? Oh, no.
The Chiefers.
Chief first.
No, but he was
Chiefing it up.
Do you remember he went to the XFL for that year? I think after he didn't last in the NFL, he was like, remember
Really?
the
The
XFL?
XFL
Yeah,
was
with the
cool.
Vince
Yeah.
McMahon, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
Vince
that
McMahon.
was the,
That only
the-
lasted a year, but
And LA had won that championship.
I
remember?
went to
He
that
used play
game,
at
actually.
Really?
Did you really?
yeah, I was at that game. But what were they called? The LA
The Avengers.
No.
No.
Ecstasy.
Accelerators. Accelerators or something like
Dude, that
that.
sucked because it was 2000 I believe, something
Yeah.
Go
a long
get your
time
jersey.
ago. Yeah, man, but that was pretty fun.
Did you
'cause-
get in the hot tub?
oh no,
Uh,
they didn't have one. I don't think at
There
the
was
Coliseum.
flesh. There was flesh-eating bacteria.
Yeah,
in there.
bacteria. It was from
Shout
Rio.
out to Brazil.
No, from Brazil.
The extreme.
It's
The
filled with
extreme.
Brazil nuts.
Oh yeah, both types.
Bobo type.
Bowl types.
So now he's a sales rep for ASAP Staffing. I don't know. That just sounds like a door-to-door salesman or something.
Sounds like they try to find you work fast.
They better be very quick.
Yeah, they better be quick. Find us some staffing.
You better get there quickly.
Oh, man.
Because in that Rio, you'll get staph infections fast.
Get out.
Well,
Get out of the chair.
you guys remember Rick Meyer? But his
Yeah.
name was Rick Meyer, but it was actually spelled Mirer. You remember he lasted
Yeah,
in the NFL for a while.
he's Oscar's brother.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oscar Mayer.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
He was
yeah.
a German brother.
And I'm not feeding you baloney.
Oh, we Germans.
When
Yeah,
he
I know
came-
Rick Meyer went to Notre Dame, right?
Yeah, I believe. Yeah,
He was supposed to be the heir apparent to Montana.
But Joe Montana, exactly. They were billing him as the next Joe Montana. Like,
No, they meant Joe Mantegna.
yeah. I think they got it wrong because he had
You can do it.
50 touchdowns to 76 interceptions. That's not Joe Montana-ish. I'm sorry. So he didn't make
Oh
it.
my
Yeah.
God.
So now he's the head of a winery.
That's
The wi-
no Montana.
Yeah.
Ugh, he's a what now?
He's the head of his own winery.
Oh, I thought you called him a wino.
Yeah.
I was like,
well, he
oh.
probably is if he owns the place. You know what I'm saying? He probably like
He was
always
hanging out with that
sampling.
Miller guy a lot.
Yeah,
then.
yeah.
And
Drunken
Dwayne
Miller.
Wade.
Drunken Miller works there. It's called Mirror Wine Company. So he kind of maybe made a little change on his name, Meyer, to Mirror Wine Company. But that's what he does now. So
Wow,
who knows if
he's
he's
a
sampling
little-
the stuff or what?
Entrepreneur.
He's
Yeah.
a little.
He's
Well,
entrepreneur.
he's doing something. Yeah, and then the last guy I got is Heath Schuler. He was a number 3 overall pick in '94. But he ended up with 21 picks, 5
Wasn't he in
touchdowns.
the Crystal Cathedral and that Schuler?
Shout out to him and his
Huh.
big glasses.
Right?
Yeah, but he has the perfect name. What he does now, he's a Democratic congressman from North Carolina. So
Oh,
it just
man.
sounds like a politician.
He already sounds like
So
a
now
Schuler.
he's lying still.
Yeah,
He sounds like a dick.
yeah. So yeah,
Dick Cheney? Who said Dick Cheney?
His daughter did.
so that's good. So at least these guys are doing something. Football wasn't their thing, but hey, they're known. People know about them. They still talk
Yeah.
about them to this day.
Yeah,
and, I
absolutely.
remember
They're
those
no
names.
Lawrence Phillips.
Yeah, Lawrence Phillips. He was on the list of some of those ones. But we remember we talked about him on one of the first shows too.
Yeah, now I
where
got
are they now?
threats.
Yeah,
I know, right?
Yeah.
I can't walk my
I got
dog
threats
no
ever
more.
since.
We've been pen pals ever
Yeah.
since.
Ever since the Jeremy Giambi, same thing.
Yeah. I don't go down Giambi Alley no more.
That's funny.
Oh, man.
Jeremy
That- yeah.
Giambi.
That's
I
it
can't go
for-
down your street. Yeah.
You always want to make me cry.
The other Jeremy.
Telling me your stories. Because you're not Jason. Stupid Jeremy.
Stupid Jeremy.
Oh, man. So that's it for this week. So we got football coming soon. So that's pretty exciting. Man.
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah,
I'm
so-
excited.
Man,
I'm
where are they now? Brought to you by the Bsidesports show team. Shaye Whitey, good stuff on that one, man.
I like that
So
blue
you
ball.
guys are tuned in with Shaye Whitey, Eric J, myself, Ralph Figueroa, and you can always find us on our social media at Bside Sports Show. So we're gonna go and do a segment that is a tribute to one of a great entertainer, to say the least.
Say the least.
What was that movie? We'll talk about it right now.
Yeah, what the
Because
hell, dude.
let's get into this right now, because you know what, this is, it was a sad loss for everybody. So we're gonna do a little segment called "My Letter to Piper." Go ahead, hit it, Drakk.
Oh, yeah, we're back. We're still here, ladies.
Oh man, wow, that was the longest. You know what's crazy? That somebody played those bagpipes with their butthole. All right. That
Shouts
was-
out to Shay.
Oh, man. Oh, you stole that from me. I said that about you.
Oh, that is
I know, but we
hilarious.
both do it though.
Oh, okay, yeah.
One on each end.
Yeah, we did it. Yeah.
Actually,
Be
I was like, was
bumping.
that the Irish Spring song? It's just,
Yeah.
I feel like taking a bath. So, unfortunately, the sports entertainment world lost one of the greats.
yes.
And like we had previously had mentioned, it was Rowdy Piper.
Yeah,
Yes.
man.
And he was, you know what? He was like that movie. What was the name of that movie where the aliens and he could had special?
They
glasses?
live.
They
They
live.
They live. That movie was
Such
a cult
cheesy,
classic right there.
it's a cheesy movie, but it is so awesome. You know what I mean?
With
And
Keith David was in it with him.
Keith!
David, yeah, he was in it.
He's another chiefer.
You know, the thing about Piper is that he was a pioneer of taking wrestling to the next level.
Yes.
Because, you know, he was the antagonist to the protagonist Hogan. He had to have his rival, his arch nemesis,
Yep,
or his arch
exactly,
rival,
arch
and
rival.
it was Roddy Piper.
Exactly.
You know, he elevated the villainous
But
character.
he made the villain very cool.
He made it
Yeah,
awesome.
exactly.
You know, because he had the shirt, the hot rod. You know, he wore
Totally.
the
or the Panther.
Talk
on the-
crap and you go nuts.
He had the kilt.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
So, when I was 10 years old, Piper was my favorite wrestler. I wrote a letter to Roddy Piper. I never got a chance to send it to him, and so I actually found it the other day, coincidentally, on the day he passed away. So it was very symbolic to me. So I
Oh.
kind of want to read it out loud to hopefully he could read it in the Piper pit up in the sky.
Yeah.
And here I'd like to read it.
So this
That's
is my letter to Piper.
My letter to Piper. Dear Mr. Roddy Piper, I hope this letter arrives to you safely in Glasgow, Scotland, because he was from Glasgow, Scotland. I am your biggest fan, and most of my friends hate me for that because they like to kiss Hulk Hogan's butt. Ha ha ha. That's what I wrote. 3 ha's.
3? Oh, that's
3,
hilarious.
and-
That's hilarious.
You know, because
Yeah.
With
That's what that
exclamation
means.
marks?
I on only at the end.
Okay,
So
cool.
it's like ha ha ha. Like that.
Just some emphasis.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, emphasis.
Emphasis.
I'm not saying that being a bad guy is cool, but you make it look fun. Like when you broke the coconut on Jimmy Superfly Snuka's face. I was happy you did that.
Yeah.
I hate wrestlers with no shoes. And I hate Snuka's feet. They look like my school's chimichangas. I also love that you shaved the Haiti kid's hair. Now, every time I see the A-Team, I picture that midget Haiti kid as B.A. I pity the fool. That because he played that and he gave him a mohawk.
Yeah, he
Because he
did.
thought, Mr. T will kill you. Pity the fool. Pity the fool. My mom got mad at me because I reenacted those scenes with my Munchie Chi monkey doll by shaving its fur off. And because I didn't have a coconut on hand, I broke a pomegranate over my Munchie Chi's face and got red dye all over the place. I would give up my G.I. Joes and my WWF wrestling figures that don't move just to hang out with you and mess with wrestlers and to try Scottish food like haggis. Haggis.
Agus. It'll put hair on your chest and on your butthole.
And then I put in quotes, I said, I hate my mom's hard shell tacos. I'd rather try haggis. Anyways, Mr. Piper, keep being evil. And maybe if I ever get married, I will wear a kilt with a hot rod shirt. And my bride will wear a kilt dress. And you can play bagpipes for us. I hope you can write back and send me your autograph. Your #1 fan, Eric Jacobo. P.S. Some people say wrestling is fake, so thank you for keeping it real. And I think you'd make a great Oscar-winning actor sometime. And that's my letter
Oh,
to
man.
Piper.
That was good. I liked it. That was cool. That was
my
dope.
goodness, dude.
Yeah, for real. And you know what? Like he was one of my when I first started watching wrestling. He was the first guy I knew of. Was that guy? Him and Hulk Hogan. I knew about that rivalry,
Yeah.
and to this day I still watch it. Like,
However,
but-
the first visual that you get is when wrestling starts is when Hogan's getting put in the camel clutch and then he's getting up
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
from
Remember
Yeah.
in the
Oh, yeah.
beginning?
the Iron
Yeah.
Sheik thing. But I always wondered. The only thing I wondered about Piper is like, yeah, he was
If
from
you wore
Scotland.
like underwear
Oh,
underneath that,
yeah.
Well, he did, of course.
He had the
did.
blue trunks. No, but I always wondered why.
Sometimes.
Let my mind alone.
Except for on Lent. That's the only day I didn't wear it.
I was just wondering why he didn't have a Scottish accent if he was always billed as from Scotland.
I know.
Like the accent
He's
he
always
was
trying to
just
show us his arse.
using. Like he never talked Scottish.
He makes
huh?
arse clowns of us.
No, it's because they fucked up. He meant I'm from Scottsdale. Oh, okay.
That's what
He
happened.
does
Yeah.
look like he's from
He's
Scottsdale.
Scottsdale.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A
that's
little bit
cool.
racy.
Yeah. Hey, it's from
that's crazy.
Scottsdale.
Scottsdale.
That's a trip, to man.
They
Yeah.
have good golf there too, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Piper was one of the. He was just a great villain. Like
I like the Piper's Pit, dude.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. His
He
interviews.
jacked
His
it.
interviews.
his interviews were hilarious.
His sarcasm.
Oh, man.
He said, "Remember Uncle Elmer, the Hillbilly's uncle,
Yeah.
that guy?
Yeah.
He got married on Saturday Night's Main
Main
Event,
Event.
and they started kissing." And he went to the wedding saying you stink, and that they look like two pigs going
Yeah,
after the
yeah.
same piece of corn.
Yeah.
And
He started bagging on Mr. T a lot too, man. Back in those days, and it was
yeah,
like,
do you remember he whipped Mr. T with an old
That's
school weightlifting
right.
belt?
Yeah.
The big brown weightlifting belt. He took it off him and whooped him with it.
Yeah.
they supposedly actually really hated each other in real life, actually too.
Because he really
like,
poked him in the eyes.
Yeah.
Because that was Piper's move.
Oh,
When
yeah,
he was
remember?
remember he's getting beat up, and all of a sudden, ding, ding, he
No,
gets
yeah,
him in the eyes.
that's all he had to do.
I would have just done like this. Ding, he would have blocked it.
Yeah.
No, would have blocked it.
Certainly.
He gave him the coily.
Yeah, even when he did commentary though, he used to clown people. It was funny.
Yeah, but then he became an actor, and then he did all those B movies. But
But those B movies, some
Oh,
of them were
man.
so great.
Dude, They Live is a classic.
I love that movie. I love that. Anytime I could catch it on TV, if it's on, I'll watch it just because of Piper.
Yeah,
But
I was
he-
reading an article about the whole thing about when he passed, and they had comments under the article, and all these people were commenting.
So
I'm gonna go watch
young.
that movie tonight.
Yeah,
again,
so young though, 61.
yeah,
Yeah,
what
he's
he
young.
passed away of a heart attack.
cardiac arrest. He was in
arrest.
his sleep though, so he didn't get the, he
But,
didn't have to suffer
but also
through it.
too, you
They
think
got him.
about
I thought then it should have been the sleeper.
Oh man.
so he a lot of these athletes that because they are athletes in their own right,
Mhm.
they suffer a lot of the because remember what happened to
Mickey Rourke.
it just
Mickey Rourke.
before the movie or after.
During the filming of Bullet with Tupac.
Yeah, he doesn't look well.
Because he
does
was living the real story after 9.5 months. That's how much he did in the pen. They go through, to get big, to stay healthy.
Right,
They
they
were doing
put a
these,
lot of
these
strain
drugs.
on their body.
Painkillers
Yeah,
too.
they do a lot of these
Yeah,
drugs
yeah.
exactly to help them cope and and that ultimately affects their heart. And
That's
stuff
what happened
like
with Eddie
that,
Guerrero,
Yeah,
man.
I was just about to say Eddie
Yeah.
Guerrero is another one before. Before Eric started mentioning.
Oh,
What?
who? Mickey Rourke.
What?
I know that threw me off too. Wait, who?
Wait, who?
I didn't know. He looked beat
Yeah,
up.
yeah, no, but yeah, it's great.
But it's sad that he but he impacted so many lives, and what ultimately that's what makes him a true legend.
Yeah.
People aspire to be legendary. Like he is legendary.
Mhm.
You know who's a paraplegic now? I think is Ricky Steamboat.
Ricky the Dragon.
Yeah, now he's really the dragon.
Oh.
His
He's
feet.
dragging
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just.
Yeah, I think he's healthy. He's well. He's well.
His name was like Ricky Lee or something like that.
Ricky Lee.
I think that was his real name, Ricky Lee.
He directed Do the Right Thing, right?
Yeah, so they wanted him to do the Crow, but he says, "No, I'd rather have Brandon do it." So he
Get my brother.
he dodged death
Yeah.
Twice.
good
He's
call
a-
on that one,
he was
huh?
born in the year of the dragon.
He almost got run over by a steamboat.
Who was that? Grandma? No, I'm just kidding. Grandma got run. Oh no, that was.
By a steamboat.
But yeah, man, it sucks that like I said, the entertainment world we lost. One of the greats.
You guys got to follow, if you're on Twitter, follow Iron Sheik. Though his Twitter is hilarious. It's really entertaining. But he also put a shout out that he said, "I love you forever, brother." R.I.P. Hot Rod. But I mean, besides that though, his tweets are really really funny. If I don't know if you follow him, but check it out. It's
Hot
funny as hell.
Rod,
The Iron Sheik.
number
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. It's funny. He's always talking crap about Hogan and all that. It's fun.
So
Like
so
they
Larry
call him a
had
jabroni.
suggested if you guys want to dress up for Halloween, he'll be the Iron Sheik and you could be Roddy Piper. Bro.
oh,
So-
man.
with his little buddy over here. So.
Oh,
That means he
let me
wants
borrow
to
the
get you in
kilt.
the camel clutch.
I got to borrow a kilt from Eric. I think he's
He wants
got
to call him Buddy Butt Piper.
Oh.
my buddy and me.
His Ruddy Pipers.
He's very Rudy.
Huxtable.
Rudy.
Rudy.
That's Roddy's younger son.
Yeah.
Rudy Piper.
Oh,
So
He's hyper.
I know.
Hyper.
Hyper Piper.
That's funny because he comes out in a lot of song lyrics too. You'll hear his name like in different hip hop songs. Like I just remembered from back in the
Yeah,
day.
like
oh,
I
he's been
took
from-
to the chick in the back and the pipe there. Kind of rowdy. Getting naughty. Call him my shouty.
Piper like Roddy.
That song was from 2012. Wait, what? Anywho, who talked like that back then? Anyways, yeah, that sucks. So, man, great stuff. My letter to Piper.
Yeah.
So
I will
rest in
cherish
peace.
Hope you
to-
find more letters.
To absolutely, he's gonna find a lot of letters.
I
from
wrote
the fans.
actually I did. I have a lot of I did a lot of writing. I had no friends.
Okay.
So maybe actually I could start bringing them.
Makes
to-
sense. Makes sense.
Technically, you still don't.
I do. Who are these bums? They just picked me up from the road. They said, "Do you know sports?" I don't know him, but I know karate.
I watch Roddy Piper a lot.
I play pool.
You're wearing
Pocket
a kilt.
pull.
Jump in. Today's Piper, but actually, you know what? I do. Maybe periodically I could bring in a letter that I wrote when I was a kid, and we could, maybe
We'll
I
just-
finally
we'll-
get a chance to.
Yeah, we can
sing
do
them out
we can
there.
do a
Share your
little segment
feelings.
called My Letter. My
My
letter.
Letter.
You know,
Since you
and
never sent them to who you wrote them to.
Yeah, I could just speak out to them.
Like, why would you?
it's like he couldn't afford the stamp.
I didn't know how to reach Richard Ramirez.
No one taught me about the post office.
I was stalking the stalker.
I was asleep by night.
I thought he was a race car driver. They said he's a night stalker.
I thought he worked at the grocery store overnight.
Who's that at UPS? Ah. So once again, you guys are tuning in, listening to the B-Side Sports Show. We're having a great time. Shaye, Whitey, Eric J, myself, Ralph Figueroa. You guys have been tuned in at bsideshow.net, or you've been streaming us from the SoundCloud, and you guys can also find us on all our social media at B-Side Sports Show. So unfortunately, fellas, we are down to the end. We're gonna close this one out. It's been-
Ooh.
I know we've been. I wish we could do longer, man. This is.
Yeah,
You
call
know,
call Bobo.
That's what my girlfriend said too. So
It's the story of my life.
somebody's
Oh,
been
that's a-
reading my diary.
That's the One Direction song. Story of my life. I take you there.
So we're gonna do
Harry
our last
Styles.
segment. And we're gonna do some shout outs. Go ahead, hit it, Drakk.
Let it all out. These are the things I could do without. Come on.
You know what I cannot do without you guys, man.
Oh, thanks, man.
We're gonna cross streams.
Oh.
So we've come to the end of another great episode. We've been having a good time. So let's do some shout outs. So let's start with you, Shaye. What do you got?
Oh man, shout out to you guys, of course, man, for coming through, talking sports with me and clowning, man. I just Sundays are always fun, Sunday fun day.
Sunday fun day,
Yep,
yes.
here at the B-side shop.
Hashtag.
Yeah, and shout out to the my partners here at the shop and everybody that works with us on all the shows here and all that. Happy birthday! Shout out to actually Top Dime had a birthday last week. She co-host of Bars, which is the album review show. Also, I want to shout out this kid Marco. He's like a local kid from South Hills High School. Same school as Giambi's. He comes through and supports our shop. He's always buying shirts here.
Oh,
and
cool.
He's gonna help us pass out our street. We got these street flyers coming. He's gonna help us get it out to the city and stuff like that.
What's his name?
His name's Marco. Kid
Marco.
named Marco. Yeah, shout out to him.
Jeremy Jambi.
Yeah,
Michael
yeah,
does stuff
yeah.
for us that you don't.
His favorite game is Marco Polo.
Yeah.
Is that what kind of shirts he wears? Polos?
No, yeah, and shout out to everybody that tunes in and that's helping spread the word and all that stuff. Retweeting and reposting and all that type of stuff. Because and stay tuned because we have a lot of cool stuff coming. I know we got some guests coming in and stuff like that. And yeah, man, shout out to everybody that's supporting us and stuff like that, man.
Very
So,
dope. Very dope. So you guys can always come over to the B-Side shop here in the beautiful city of Covina.
Yes.
And stop by. We got a lot of cool little stuff around this little neighborhood. You want to get your shoes fixed? Boom, right next door.
You want to get a sandwich?
Uh,
Next door.
just in case you need to walk out on your wife and want to look nice and good shoes, right next door, guys.
Because Ashley Madison ain't cutting it.
I think there's an attorney down here too.
At the
need
corner.
that.
So Eric J, what do you got?
Shout out to the man upstairs, as always, blessing me with this. Shouts out to all our fans and all our families and viewers tuning in. Shout out to you two fellers for doing a great job, as always.
Did you say Fowlers?
Fellers, Bob Fellers.
Fellers.
I'm going to feller you up.
Smart feller, fart smeller.
Bring out the gloves. I'll shout out to my boy, Drakk, in the
Yeah,
back
that's what's up, right?
with a heart attack. Shout out to
Likes
him.
to eat at Outback.
And shout out to my 4 Golden Girls, as always. And actually, this week I'll be attending the grand opening of the new Jason Pierre Paul and CJ Wilson restaurant.
Oh.
Yes, actually, they specialize in finger foods.
No.
Oh, I'm just saying.
So how do you
A
eat
little-
them?
A little zinger.
With your mouth bobbing
You bob for cheese sticks.
chicken fingers.
Nice, man. So I want to definitely give a shout out to, of course, Maricela for everything. Always been there. She's very, very awesome to have in my corner. You
That's
you always
awesome.
got to have a good woman because they could fight better than we can, and they're smarter.
And they yell louder.
I want to give a shout out to the GIs of comedy. Very fortunate that I get to know so many funny military brothers It doesn't matter what branch. We're all brothers, and so we're gonna be doing some things over the next year or so. So definitely give them a shout out. Shout out to Chueco.
Yeah.
Love that dude. I was just talking to him on the way here, so hopefully we'll see him later. We got some stuff coming up with him. So did a great job at the Ice House the other day, by the way.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Definitely want to give a shout out once again to Katrina at Live 105.5 out in Ventura comedy in Ventura County. So Perry, the guys at KVTA, Rico and Mambo at Q1047, Gary Bryan over at KEarth 101. He's always giving us props and stuff too. Randy, Andres, Lola, everybody at the Ventura Harbor Comedy Club, Brandon, Patty, Sean, everybody at the Ice House. Man, they just treat us so well this Friday. It was it was crazy because we had so many people there, and I want to apologize to all the people that couldn't make it in because we were like beyond capacity, dude. Like seriously, and unfortunately we had to turn away some people. So I'm sorry, but get there early, just like I was telling you guys.
Catch the next one.
Everybody was rock and roll early, so definitely same thing with the Rustic Tavern. Gil, Roseanne. So they always talk about you guys. They're like, hey, they're real loyal listeners. They listen to.
Thank you, guys.
So let me see who else. Connie Magallanes, Pat Gallegos, and of course to you guys, man, for making Sunday fun day. Yes.
And
Yes.
selfie Sunday. We'll take selfies.
Yes.
Grab
Let's
my
take
selfie
pictures.
stick.
I know, right? So of course to the B-Side Sports Show, without Drakk, Shaye, Eric, this wouldn't be possible. And last but not least, to all the loyal listeners and followers and retweeters and everything, thank you guys for supporting what we do. And thank you for all the comedy fans that are out there. We're doing some big things out there. And if you guys want to find me on my social media, you can find me at Comic Ralph 21. That's everything. Just you can find me on everything on that. So this Thursday, August 6th at 8 p.m., I'll be at Thirsty Thursday Comedy at the Wing Pit up in San Fernando Valley.
That sounds nice.
And then sounds thirsty. I'm parched. And then Saturday, because we did so well on Friday night, the Ice House had given us another night to do Ralph Figueroa and Friends, and we're gonna call it the late edition because Saturday, August 8th at 10:30 p.m. So that's when the party animals come out.
The freaks come out,
Out
at
at
night.
night.
So I do have a few comp tickets still available, not a whole lot, but they went pretty fast this time around because the late shows are always easier to people come out. So you guys can like I said, find me at Comic Ralph 21. You guys have been tuned in listening to the B-Side Sports Show. You guys can find us on everything, all our social media at B-Side Sports Show. We're on the B-Side Podcast channel. And if you ever want to send us an email, just say hi to the guys. You guys want to send us some pictures or whatever, you got some memes or anything.
Or suggestions for segments, whatever.
Absolutely. Feel free to email us at bsidesportshow@gmail.com. And don't forget to support the rest of the B-Side family with the B-Side show, the album review show, and the forum. So there's all this stuff on the channel. So we're doing some things here.
Yep.
So once again, thank you guys for tuning in. For Shaye, Whitey, Eric J, myself, Ralph Figueroa, thank you guys, and we will see you guys next week on B-Side Sports Show.
Peace out.